Andrew Crocker, professor of political science at OTC, joining us now to break this all down. And Professor, how does Judge Kavanaugh, how would he fit into the Supreme Court if nominated, replacing Justice Kennedy?
Well, there is some debate by some folks that with their political agendas about where exactly on the court he'll land. Hardcore conservatives have expressed some concern that he's not devoted enough. Progressives, obviously, kind of hazy on him, but think he may be a little bit more of a Roberts than he will be somebody like Samuel Alito or such. But I think these parties are squinting a little too hard to see something that's not there. Brett Kavanaugh is, by all appearances, going to be a reliably hardcore conservative vote on the Supreme Court should he get approved.
Definitely.
Now, is it typical for a president to appoint or nominate multiple Supreme Court justices within the president's tenure?
The frequency of President Trump's nominations is unusual. It's not unusual for presidents to have 2, 3 judges that they get to pick. It is unusual for it to be back-to-back like this. Part of that is because, obviously, the Gorsuch seat had been open for a year. But keep in mind, we've got a couple other judges over 80. We've got another one in his upper 70s saying he's flirting with retiring. So the rapidness of seats being filled now might not be over.
Definitely. There's been a lot of talk about a group called the Federalist Society. How do they play a role in the last few judges that have been appointed and many judges appointed under President Trump? Yes,
the Federalist Society is the organization to be aware of here. Over the past 30, 40 years, they have had a meticulously planned game plan to get as many hardcore conservative judges onto the Supreme Court as possible. They have informed and advised Republican president after Republican president to be straining to find a Republican Supreme Court nominee that wasn't recommended by the Federalist Society. But it's not until Trump where their power has really reached their apex. Keep in mind, when Trump was running for president, he really had to convince conservatives he was one of them. So Federalist Society produced him a list of judges, and he copy-pasted straight to the world, saying these are the judges that I've approved. The Federalist Society will be helping me pick my judges, essentially controlling the process. Their influence is massive, never more so than under this particular president.
And definitely, we only have a short amount of time left. Final question, what does the future of the Supreme Court look like?
The future of the Supreme Court, this could be a generational change that we're seeing, because we're about to have 5 hardcore judges, conservatives, rather than 4 with the potential swing vote. And all of them are not only conservative, but they also have a vested interest in making sure they are replaced by conservatives. So all things considered, unless we're surprised by an untimely demise here, we're potentially looking at a multi-generational set of conservative power on the Supreme Court.
Definitely. A long road ahead for Justice nominee Kavanaugh.
That's right, yeah.
All right, thanks,
Definitely.
Andrew.
Thank you so much
for
joining us, Professor. We'll talk to you soon.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.